Yeah, and also let me know if I start mumbling, because if I can't hear my voice right, I kind of trail off. My Asian kicks in, so.
I don't think.
I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Well, is that gonna bother you guys? That sound, the heater?
I don't hear.
I got mine on too.
Because
freezing.
Oh, this is my apartment, by the way. This is 250 or 300 square foot, 250 without the bathroom. With the bathroom, 300. So what you see is where I live.
Wow, beautiful studio.
Yeah, it is nice. Yes. This is my wall.
Really see it with the screen, but...
Trust me, you don't want to see it.
Mine's also that small, so I feel you.
Yeah. Well, welcome, guys. Thank you for doing this with me. How you guys doing?
Good.
Great.
Yeah. Well, here today we have Cameron, Lance, and Noko. Guys.
How's it going?
I wasn't too sure if you guys had any like avatars or names you guys were gonna use, but
avatar.
I was gonna go off whatever names in the bottom of the left-hand corner of your name. Yeah.
I forgot my name's no.
Like my Rave name, like from back in the day, Vortex.
Oh yeah, CupCake, my Rave name.
Yeah, I was still RidicuLance.
Yes.
For most things.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to go in there the settings and change all the names, but it's whatever. So yeah, today we're here to talk about raves, man. Man.
Yes.
Raves in 2020. How has it been?
Non-existent.
Yeah, I had a rave in 2020. Well, but we did. We had a couple early.
We did.
Yeah, we
did.
We squeezed a couple in at the beginning, but
yeah. The kickoff, we went to Carl Cox at the park, right? That was really fun. And we went to Spencer Brown at Sound after that.
Oh my god!
And so we went to Cross, and that was super fun.
I went to Friendship, so that was the only good part of 2020 for me.
That's a pretty kick-ass.
Yeah,
I know. I was like, I got that in. It's fine.
But, yeah. See, we all got to do something. I'm so proud of us. Good job, you guys.
The poor music industry, it's so sad. Like, been hitting hard just like some other industries, but yeah.
It's also karma for all the high-ass fees they charge, so it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, sorry. A little salty.
Oh, don't be sorry.
I just saw that Dream State tickets went on sale today, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I bought my Dream State ticket. I was like, I saw a meme in like a gay raver group, and it was like, come on, Pfizer, the vaccine people, like, we got shit to do next year.
Oh my god. Get a move on here.
Get a move on here. Dream State tickets went on sale.
Yeah, and didn't Beyond Wonderland tickets go on sale? Like all these Insomniac events.
Yeah,
it's the
I think they're gonna have
Raves,
rapid testing though at like these events next year. Like I think EDC, they're gonna have rapid testing where you get tested, you wait your 15 minutes over here, they tell you if you're negative or positive, and they allow you into EDC.
Damn, that's actually that would be awesome.
I think so, or some type of thing like that, you know.
I hope so.
Well, it's either that or you have to come in with your test to say that you are positive or that says you're negative, you know.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
You bring a negative COVID test. I also think the Speedway is going to be expanded, like pretty big to allow for a lot more social distancing. It's already a big place, but there is so much more of the Speedway, you know, that they haven't even.
There's all parts of the bleachers that they still keep closed too.
Absolutely.
Get opened up and like reutilized in a different way. So yeah, there's lots of.
That
space.
might be nice actually, because then like you're not like sweating like packed, like super packed or whatever. It might be nice.
They also have the whole extra mini speedway behind that they still have not used ever.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Should throw into that too. Yeah.
And I'm assuming they would have the camping because of like that's too close.
Isn't that where they have the camping? The back speedway?
I don't think it's on the speedway. It's in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think last year they used 80% of the speedway or something, right? They used more of it, right?
They did, yeah. They definitely did.
So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens because like Vegas is a big tourist city, and if the shutdown happens again, I think they might be facing some financial troubles.
Oh yeah. Sure.
EDC pumps so much more money into their other events, you know, like EDC Vegas. So it just, I don't know. I feel like after EDC fell this year, it was like dominoes, like everything else, because it was just like we don't have any money to like pay for this. And I think they sold all of the EDC merch from 2020, and they had like pretty big sales because people could buy from the comfort of their home, you know. And they use that to kind of fund some events and get some stuff going and bring some staff. But I don't know.
But EDC, you know, but INSOMNIAC also throws Life is Beautiful, and there's one more festival too, right, in Vegas.
Well, they partnered with the venue, right? Venue company. What's that company called?
Live Nation.
Yeah.
I was like Live Action. Live Nation.
Ticket and company. But like, I don't know. They're doing a lot, but also they're down 99 or 98% or something in sales revenue for 2020 compared to last year.
Maybe
so
that's
like
why they put tickets on sale now so they can use that money to start making some shit happen. I don't know.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not super worried about INSOMNIAC overall because of the fact that they have Live Nation backing them now.
Right.
And Live Nation is like a mega giant in the industry. And the fact that the chances of Live Nation going belly up are slim to none. You know, they have deep pockets.
Agreed.
But I do think that this could mean a restructuring of the company for sure. I'm sure that it could absolutely mean INSOMNIAC having to cut down to bare bones, and they probably already have, meaning a lot of the staff that they used to have working for their corporate team have probably already been cut and told or furloughed and told like, well, you can come back when events start again, but who knows if that will even be the same or if that job will be available for that person or if someone new will fill that role, you know? So it definitely will mean things will change in the industry, and what the company will look like will be restructured for sure. I'm sure.
Does Twitch pay them to do like live streams like DJs? Like, do DJs make money off of the live streams? Like for any DJ, I'm like always curious, or is it just like to kind of like keep it going, kind of?
So what I know is that with Twitch, actually I don't know how much I can say or not, but the DJ gets donations. They will get paid. Whoever runs that account will get paid if they're partnered up. On YouTube, I think INSOMNIAC gets ad rev because every time you're watching a live set and a stream and a commercial comes on, they get whatever ad revenue is there too.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I do think now that we're 6 months into COVID, I think INSOMNIAC is paying these people to, like, not what they were paying them to do live shows, you know, but especially the ones that are coming into the INSOMNIAC studio and like shooting these, because they're all pre-recorded, you know, like all these rave-a-thons and all that. Even the ones that are supposed to be live, like Dream State or other ones that are coming up, it's like all that shit's pre-recorded. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
pay them to come in at least.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta get paid somehow. It's funny, like I was reading the comments for the Alien Bluestone Dream State set, and there's like, oh, why is there a fucking commercial every time there's a breakdown or the beat's about to drop? Like I have my hands in the air and then I see something about Nike.
Like, damn it.
Yeah.
It's not like the real thing. But they're trying. I appreciate the music industry for at least trying, like immediately. Like the DJs probably miss it just as much as we do, you know?
Yeah. I mean, what's the next step? You know, like, are they gonna start charging for streams, like what Gareth Emery said before he got flamed for it?
I mean, he's still gonna charge for his streams. I think he's already charged for like 1 or 2 more. You know,
was he like charging for an e-stream like they did for TomorrowWorld?
Yeah.
No,
so
Tomorrowland. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of TomorrowWorld.
Because Jerome, we watched the first stream because he's a Gareth fan. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like I wasn't gonna pay for it, but like he paid for it, so I was like, oh, okay. And then I actually watched it and I was like, oh, he brought in like all these live vocalists, you know,
What?
from all these trance songs that we love. Like,
Oh my
and I'm
God,
not
yeah.
like 1 or 2. I'm talking like about 9, 10.
Ugh.
So I was like, oh, okay, they're each getting a piece of this. It's not just Gareth Emery, you know,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool. And it was like a 3-hour show, 2.5-hour show. I was like, oh,
How much was it?
$8, you know?
That's
I
pretty
mean,
cheap.
I feel like it's fair. That's their job. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
like that's like how they make money.
Yeah, and I mean, Jerome, he's a fan, so he's like, I'm more than willing to pay this. I was like, if
Yeah,
Rufus
like,
the
I
Soul
would've
did a
paid that.
$5 show or a $10
Yeah.
show that they wanted to stream online, I'd probably pay for it because I fucking love Rufus the Soul.
Absolutely.
You know?
Oh my God, I was.
Yeah.
But
Hey, what do you do? Like have a Zoom watch party of a show that everybody could just pitch in for, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody
Yeah.
just like
But then what
everybody zooms with one person who bought it, and then you
And share screens it.
That is hella
Because
ghetto.
we're all poor.
This is super off topic, but Diplo streamed the McGregor versus Mayweather fight on his Instagram live. He Instagram live that video. It was his phone filming the TV, so everyone was in the chat watching the fight for free, and we saved $100.
Oh,
But-
well, that was nice of him.
Yeah, but
No,
that's
it-
super ghetto. But yeah, it's a good thing that Insomniac is they're a for-profit company, right? They sell merch, they still do the stream stuff, and now they have Live Nation backing them up, and that is going to keep them afloat. But do you guys remember before Live Nation, they had, what was it, GrooveTickets?
Mm-hmm.
You guys remember GrooveTickets?
Absolutely.
Tickets.
Yeah.
I remember GrooveTickets, and then you could just buy tickets off people's own sites, you know?
Did they do that? I thought EDC was only on GrooveTickets, or I think EDC was small enough where some shops would still sell physical tickets.
Yes.
You guys remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
I bought
have
tickets in
physical
Pasadena.
tickets.
Yeah.
I have them in my shadow box.
Grab them, put them in the video.
Well, I mean, I don't like
That was all pre 2012 though, because by 2012
Mhm.
they had changed to the
Yes.
There's a lot in
Mine's in
here.
my room. Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
There's like so much. There's candy in here too.
Yes.
Man, if I didn't have this wall behind me, I would just grab my tickets too. But yeah, they had all that. I remember going to Berkeley, with the Skills DJ shop to buy the tickets.
It was a record store always.
Yeah.
It was always a record
That's
store.
Yeah.
yeah, that's so true. In Santa Cruz, we'd go to the Catalyst or something. You could like buy stuff there. That's crazy.
I think I bought EDC tickets from Sports Basement in Hunters Point because they sold rave tickets there too.
Yeah, I've definitely bought like pop and stuff, like San Francisco rave tickets
Mhm.
in person that are in my little box.
Yeah, what a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've still, even in recent times, I'll go to, what's the venue right at USC, the Shrine. You
Mhm.
know, I'll go to the Shrine. Like the Junos and I bought tickets from there, like from the box office. You know, because you can only go pick them up on Thursdays from like fucking 10 to 12 or something. But if you get them, they're like they keep a specific amount for the box office. So if it sells out online and if you go, you'll get a ticket. Pretty like 8 times out of 10 you'll get a ticket. You know?
That's amazing. I would definitely do that. I love having a ticket,
Same.
like an actual ticket.
Remember losing a ticket that you buy from a store before technology came in and saved our credit card information?
I remember losing a ticket at a 2-day festival, aka Nocturnal, and having to figure out how to get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking sucks.
It's scary shit.
Scary
Yeah.
ass shit.
Very intense.
Yeah, I've lost a ticket on the way to a festival and then bought another ticket when I got there. That's so dumb. I was like, wow, what the fuck?
I mean, like, I would have done the same thing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Yeah, I mean that to me is the same as like YOLOing a festival at the last minute and paying full price for it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
We're
just like,
paying like $90 for Benny Benassi when it was like $30 at the Catalyst. like I did.
Yeah.
Hey, we've all been there, Nuka.
Worth
Okay,
it.
we've worth it. Exactly, fucking worth it.
Yeah, man. And even if they have your credit card information when you bought a ticket online, that it was such a fucking pain for them to look up your information because everybody was still running on like 2G iPhone. You know what I mean? Like iPhone, like whatever. Me, like, hey,
That's so
can you?
true.
Like, can you show us your printout? I'm like, oh, I don't have my printout. How about your phone? And like, bust out the flip phone. And we get data on it. Did they have to go onto like their computer linked up to like whatever God knows Wi-Fi or hotspot, trying to pull that information up?
We grew up in an interesting time. Like we've seen
Yeah.
like payphones, like our first
pagers,
like,
cell phones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. I remember having to print out like
Wow.
the directions to like Nocturnal or Beyond Wonderland. I had to print them out because like I didn't have like GPS on my phone. And we would drive
Yeah.
that way from the bay, like with our little directions. It was kind of fun.
Yeah. But
That's hella crazy.
luckily in our group there was always one person with not a smartphone but a GPS. Back when GPS weren't part of a phone, you know.
Yeah.
But it was always like David. David always had the GPS in his car.
Yeah.
He was following one car to a festival.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I remember that.
I just learned, like, I live in LA, so going to the NOS Event Center all the time, I was like, ugh, I memorized how to get there, right?
Yeah.
The first, like, 2 times, we were like, cool, take the 10, get on the 15, exit Orange Grove, or whatever that, like, exit is, and I'm like, cool, we're set. Because then there's just signs exiting, showing you where to go, you know?
Oh, the NOS Event Center. That's
Yeah.
like my like most
Memories.
nostalgic like favorite venue. I love that venue.
Same. My
Yeah.
favorite. I mean,
yeah.
the Gorge is my favorite.
Yeah, the Gorge is the best. But like NOS like has like
But
the
like
most,
normal Rave.
nostalgic memories for me. I feel like
It's where we grew up as Ravers.
yeah, we
Oh my
started.
god,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Even
where-
still,
yeah.
like I still love going there.
Oh my
you know?
God,
But I
amazing.
love being there as an adult now.
Right?
like not as a crazy kid in some fucking slutty ass costume. Like
no
so
plush
much more
backpacks or
comfortable.
Yeah, dude, the comment for the so they turned the NOS Event Center into a COVID center.
Lame.
Wow, that was an awful transition into that, but yeah, they turned it into a emergency hospital, and some of the comments were like, "This doesn't look like a rave." I was like, "Oh man,
Oh my
Savage.
God.
like,
Oh my God.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rave-a-thons are going on like in the parking lot or something.
yeah." That's where they're doing the Rave-a-thon. I think Marcus Stokes is there.
Oh, I didn't know
soon.
that.
I'm going to Dream State next weekend. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, the drive-in thing.
Yeah, I'm going to see
I'm
fucking
going
Cosmic
to Cascade
Gate,
next weekend.
Marcus Schultz.
That's awesome. Oh, I thought you meant Dream State for next year.
Oh yeah,
no,
that
no,
too.
no.
I bought tickets for those
Okay.
today too. Yeah.
That's so cool though. That they're still doing a drive-in thing. How fun.
Hey.
Hey. So we grew up in
Mance's
NOS.
life.
We're going back to the NOS. The NOS Event Center. Was it also a racetrack or speedway?
Yes.
It's
Right?
yeah, the National Orange Show. It's a speedway-ish thing.
And
There's-
farmers market, right?
Mhm.
Right for like
That's what normal people do.
They definitely have a speedway out in the back because I know for a fact that they
We've
were
walked
supposed
out
to
on it.
throw the new Beyond. Like they were going to do a whole new expansion on Beyond this year that was going to have that Pascal was saying was in the racetrack area behind the NOS Event Center. It's basically like a mini speedway that is behind the NOS Center. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess speedways are good for raves.
Yeah.
I mean-
so the next time the NOS Center is open, whenever that is, we're supposed to get a rave that includes the little racetrack area.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Are you trying to keep people out of like the grassy area because a bunch of messed up ravers are gonna trash that place?
I love the lake though.
I don't think so. It's been
Yeah, no, I think they're still gonna have all that too. They're
Oh.
expanding, if anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they'd put turf there though. To be completely
Yeah.
honest with
That
you.
turf would be way better.
I was like, why are we still running around in mud? It's been
Yeah.
10 years.
Right?
Like,
That's
what
why.
the-
Are you listening?
Yeah.
I mean, does it really matter? I mean, we're there for the music and we're pretty blasted anyways.
Yeah, but still, it's like I
But
want to
But
now.
it's
I'd rather be
nice though.
comfortable.
It's nice. Like
It is beautiful. It's
you
nice.
walk in.
Excuse me,
You
we
walk
are
in.
old ravers now, and we have standards. So
Yeah,
Dude,
we've seen some shit.
Done
we're
some shit.
done with this uneven gravel shit.
But dude,
Yeah.
it's nice to like walk into the NOS Event Center, see a like grassy area with green grass, a fountain shooting water out. Looks nice. Get super fucked up, dance for a few hours, and it's nice to walk out, still blitz out your mind, seeing the lights reflect upon the lake, and just watching people hang out in that grassy area. Imagine how ugly it would be. It was all turf or tarp or some fucking gravel black shit. You know, what I mean, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
No, we want
I will say
AstroTurf instead of the regular grass. I think
that's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
But I will say that that moment that you're talking about of seeing the lights reflect on the water and seeing people sit on the grass, that to me is the epitome of the NOS Event Center.
Right?
Like it has nothing to do with the stages. And like I love the stages, don't get me wrong. Like have celebrated indoor at the Dama stage and outdoor at the crazy ones, but like I have had a moment smoking a blunt on that grass or just chilling with homies on that grass, taking it all in, having fun. Like
the little like hanging lights like above that, and that's like what reflects.
And then seeing people cross that bridge too, because there's like a pretty sketchy bridge.
Right? There's a bridge?
Oh yeah.
I've been on the bridge before. I'm pretty sure at a stage a
surprised.
couple years ago. I remember that.
Dude, yeah. I used to see some fucked up people sit across that little, like under the bridge, like trolling, you know, and I'm like, whoa.
Wait, what bridge? Where's this bridge?
There's a bridge that goes from the main stage area that crosses over into like the Damas building in the corner or whatever that I think it's called the Damas building, right?
Yeah, it's whatever the closest building structure is.
Where Crisley is.
There's like a little
the citrus, right?
It's not the one where not where you walk in at. It's not that building. It's the other little building.
Oh, is it like on the other side?
The music is right.
Like when you walk into the NOS Center, it would be directly to your right.
Right.
Like a building off to the right. Yeah.
Exactly.
They usually have like a house music stage in there, like an old school music stage in there.
Wow, I missed that memo.
I don't remember this stage. I don't
usually
know.
a line to get into it. That's why most people are like, "I'm not down."
Is like, oh, is it also the happy hardcore stage sometimes?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Love.
I remember now. My brain is so fucked up. I've had too much fun. Because I think like my favorite party NOS event was it Nocturnal or Beyond Wonderland when they had the ASOT there. Oh man, when
the lineups used to be so even better than they are now.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah. They had a whole ASOT stage, man. How sick was that?
Like multiple times.
Yeah, the Gift Army set was pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it Super 8 and Tab was there? It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
I will say that hard events had really great lineups during those years too.
Yeah.
Like 2010 to like 2013, hard summer, hard Day of the Dead.
Oh my god.
Used to be Hard Haunted, and they had to rebrand and get their life together. But like that shit used to hit like crazy, like Soul Wax and like fucking Foreign Beggars, like Caspa, like super like Cockney, Skrillex, like super Euro dubstep, like crazy, like shit I could never see at any EDC or any like Insomniac event. I saw Deadmau5 there for the first time.
Yeah, Deadmau5.
Like I don't know. They were doing some crazy shit too, but it was a very different vibe. Like people were just there to get fucked up, and it was very obvious that like shit was real. Like people were fighting. I don't know. It was such a different vibe. But that music though.
Security is also like crazy at hard events from what I remember. I've only been.
Remember Hard Day of the Dead, the very first year, Nicole, the 2012 when we all went. That was fucking crazy.
We literally went the weekend after Escape from Wonderland.
Yeah.
We went back to back weekend.
Was it 2011 or 12?
2012.
I think it was 12.
Yeah. 12, yeah. I was there too.
Yeah. I think that's when. I've never went to hard. So what's the difference between hard and and Nocturnal, or who is it? Insomniac who throws hard.
At that time, it was not Insomniac.
They were like
separate
competitors.
Was it like Monster Events or not Monster Events?
It was literally Hard.
It was Hard. Hard Presents.
Oh,
yeah, like, they didn't like allow like Kandi and stuff, did
What?
they?
No.
Kandi.
Yeah.
No Kandi.
it was
No Claire.
it's Tommy Sunshine, right? He's the guy who does hard.
No,
No?
it's Destructo.
Destructo.
Yeah.
Okay, Destructo.
Yeah.
Correct.
Sorry, it's just like hard is just a
No, don't
different
be
world
sorry.
that I don't know anything about.
No, yeah, it's dark.
Insomniac does own Hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They bought it.
About
they
like
bought it.
5 or 6 years ago, I want to say.
Yeah, and then they had a hard stage at EDC.
Yeah.
That shit was lit.
Right. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hard's like Dylan Francis, Destructo, Gazoffels. No, not Gazofstein. But kind of, I saw Gazoffelstein there. I'm pretty sure.
Like that. Yeah.
like darker.
Dead.
But
like-
Zed's dead. Yeah, like dubstep, but also house. I saw Calvin
Mm.
Harris at a hard event, right?
Oh my God.
Back when he
DJ
was-
Mustard, like trap. You know.
Ooh.
Yeah, Eric, you would not like. I don't think you would like hard events. as much.
Yeah, they're like there's like maybe a little trance stage or like a little something light, but it's hard,
I
it's
mean,
heavy, it's
I don't think there were
Lit.
any chance because I've never been interested in going to a hard because, well, back in that time, like I didn't like house music. I just liked trance music and happy
Yeah.
hardcore. So
and it was mostly
a
dubstep at the
different life.
time. Like,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
that was the music of those days, was
Mm.
the dubstep generation.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So-
the
So-
dubstep.
So it sounds like Insomniac did all the uplifting music and Hard did all the hard music,
yeah.
right?
They
I would
kind
agree.
of kept to their camps, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
but that's what I was saying. Like originally, is like they only pulled certain artists. Like most artists would not cross over to the brands up until Hard got bought out, and then Deadmau5 wasn't even working with Insomniac at that time and refused to work with Insomniac at that time.
Well, and I think that's because Deadmau5 had beef specifically with Pasquale Morse. And
Totally.
was not happy with him and the company and Insomniac's company overall, and that's why he ended up siding with Hard in whatever argument that was.
Yeah, I think Pasquale kind of fucked over Destructo in that there was some controversy there, which I'm not fully aware of, but yeah.
I know that they had to bury the hatchet because like
Yeah.
now everything's all good. Deadmau5 plays at Insomniac shows, has been playing for like the last 2 years prior to COVID.
Yeah.
He had like started, I guess maybe not 2 years. He started playing in like 2019. He started playing. What was the first show that we saw him at? Was it when we went for Beyond, when it was the four of us, Lance, and we saw did we see Deadmau5 that
We
weekend?
saw Deadmau5 that year, yeah.
So that was the first Insomniac show he had played like in what, 10 years almost, or like almost a decade, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Was he playing as his techno alter ego? No.
No, not yet.
No, he was playing as
I
Deadmau5.
don't think that was even created.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Time.
Damn.
No.
Yeah. So
It's so crazy. There's some artists that like have just like any other genre, like I still listen to them. Like for me it's like Above and Beyond, Zed's Dead, Seven
Yeah.
Lions. Like they're
Yeah.
just like timeless. Like I
There's, like, a
can
lot of
listen to their
timeless-
old music and
Yeah.
really be like, wow, totally forgot how much I fucking love this song.
Never
you
gets
know?
old.
Versus like other music I listen to, kind of like Cruella or like some like dubstep stuff I used to be like really into. I'm like,
That's
wow,
so
like my ears
true.
like not about that life anymore.
I can't hear that frequency anymore.
totally.
You know how like
That is so true.
you know how like those
Never thought about
old
that.
Asian shops in Chinatown has like those high pitch frequencies to take kids away? Maybe just like that.
What the fuck?
Like our ears are evolving to not hear that music anymore.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Our
My
taste is just getting
music
better.
has definitely evolved. Like it's evolved a lot,
Yeah.
which is crazy. But yeah.
Man,
I feel like I still have days where I'll go back and listen to some like old music that's like very much different, and I recognize like how much my musical tastes have changed in like a decade, because it's been what, like, honestly, if I really think about it, it's been a little over a decade now
Yeah,
of like
for sure.
solid just electronic music. Like
Yeah.
I would say as electronic music has branched as in a scene overall and has kind of crossed over into other genres of pop and rap and R&B and hip hop and other musical areas, even country, I think that there has been more blending of people being willing to listen to more electronic music in a more socially accepted way, if you want to say that. Totally. So I think that's kind of created more comfortability for people to listen to it overall. But it's been about like 10 years, I'd say, that I've listened to just electronic music now. And my tastes have like vastly changed from the beginning of that to the end of that. But it's interesting to go back and listen to some of those things and periodically try and hear like what I heard in that music at that time and try to remember those feelings that it invoked for what it was, you know? Because I think, like you were saying, Lance, different music will stand out to you in different ways for what it spoke to you at different times.
Can you give it an example there, Cameron? So like what songs? Like say what song did Cameron 2010 listen to compared to
Language on repeat?
Language is definitely
Language podcast.
Also, what was that song that Nicky Romero and was in Avicii mashup?
Oh, I love
it was
song.
the
I could be the one.
I could be the one.
That song forever. And
oh man.
Also, The Belt by Deadmau5.
Yes. Oh my god.
And like Cascade, Another Night Out, like
yes.
I remember 4 a.m.
For me, like all of those songs definitely bring back like so much emotions. I think about the first time I saw Above and Beyond, which was actually with you, Eric, when we were at Beyond Wonderland 2012, and we went with Alicia, and it was raining that year in Yon.
Oh yeah.
And
took Tim to his first trance show.
Yep, and Tim. And
he hated trance during then. Yes.
That was my first time ever seeing Above and Beyond live, and I remember this was at NOS Events. It's also my first time at NOS Event Center. This was 2012 Beyond Wonderland. This is when
ASOT.
Wait, I was there. I think I was there.
You're different there,
Parts. And Alicia was Alice, and Anne was the
Anne was there. Elijah was there.
Feel dumb.
I went with Robert Shee.
Yes.
Yeah, we were all in that hotel.
Yes. You said the Night's Inn. Yeah.
Oh my god, the Night's Inn.
Yeah,
dude. I've stayed there.
What a place.
So for those of you who don't know, the Night's Inn, it's only a couple blocks away from the NOS Center, and the whole goal, you know you're a lucky person when you have a friend staying at the Night's Inn. Like I wouldn't want to stay there because it gets pretty ratchet, but you had a friend who stayed there, you're solid because you know you can go there afterwards, call a cab or something before Ubers were around.
That was the closest hotel to the center. You didn't even need a cab. You could walk.
Well, to your other hotel, you know.
Yeah, nobody was taking cabs back then. Everybody was driving too. That's the terrible part.
Ubers. Oh, fuck.
No Uber.
With my flip phone.
No Uber back then.
Yeah, there's no Ubers.
I remember
Haley White was there too.
All of our days at the Quality.
Haley, Dylan,
Quality Inn's no longer the Quality Inn.
We had a champagne bottle, and it had like we hadn't opened it, but we took off the wrapper, but it still had the little metal wire. And we we forgot about it, and then all of a sudden it just pops up and like makes this loud noise. It pops off, and it scared the fucking shit out of all of us. Like it was so scary. I remember that very clearly now that we're talking about.
Was this before the event or
this was
during?
before the event?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're probably doing something.
Definitely pre-gaming at Night's Inn was legit. Sleeping there, not so much.
Yeah, the Quality Inn, though, like Cameron said.
Oh yeah.
Quality Inn was where the quality memories were made.
Oh yeah. Was it? I think I stayed at Comfort Inn, right? No, Quality Inn. Yeah, I remember Quality Inn. Yeah.
Yeah. It's now owned by Wyndham, and it's something else now. They like rebranded.
No.
Yeah.
Ravers Paradise.
No.
They're all still like. There's like a trifecta of hotels right there, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the NOS part brings a lot of money into that city, right?
It brings all the money to that city. Are you kidding me? There's nothing. I mean, sorry. sorry.
Forgot
We're gonna cut this out.
There's nothing in San
I
Bernardino.
mean, there's not though.
They don't have a whole lot of economy going on for them.
Like, no.
Yeah.
You know what that city's known for now? Is that
Meth?
gunmen.
Huh?
You know?
Gunmen?
San Bernardino is known for the San Bernardino massacre that happened like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like
Awful.
that and raves. Like what?
Yeah.
And
Two
meth.
and two.
Don't forget about the meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you don't get an Airbnb in San Bernardino. Like Kevin and Anna, they're like, oh, you know, we should. They're like, their first time coming to the Nazi events, and like, oh, we're gonna get an Airbnb or blah blah. And I was like, no, like you do not want to stay in any of those houses, and they're not available on Airbnb. So
And there's a reason.
everybody stays at a
Marketplace.
hotel.
Yeah. Damn, dude, the Nazi Event Centers definitely came a long ways, though. I remember, like, my first events there, like, you know, when Nocturnal was one day, when Beyond was one day. They didn't have a lot of the attraction to do now. You know, all the performers, the parade, the crazy lights. It used to be just like fucking a dorm room Christmas light towards the stage and a tent with some lasers just shooting around. You know. But now it's just like a whole spectacle. There's even art there.
EDC, like the first, even like when it first was in Vegas in 2011, like just comparing that to 2012, like they like every single year they just step it up more and more and more. They like improve so much. It's crazy.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
I can remember in 2012 going for my first year and thinking like, it looked so amazing, and then going back the next year and being like, wow, it was so empty last year. This year they put so much more stuff in, and then every year it's just
More.
Yeah. Dude.
You guys remember the Duststorm in 2012 at EDC?
Can't forget it.
Gosh.
That was the year that I chose friendship over my favorite DJ, and every time I look back at that decision, I regret it so much.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck my friends, dude. Who needs
Yeah.
friends? Marcus Stokes is playing.
that was the year that I literally I felt I recognized that I thought that I could go to events with whoever I wanted and always have fun, and then I realized it's about who you go to events with, how much fun, like you're still gonna have fun, but like the level of fun and how different it is with different groups of people. And at EDC 2012, it like I went with the wrong group of people, and like I learned my lesson, and I was just like, wow, like it is so important. Like I mean, I kind of knew that, but I just assumed that I'm like, oh, I'll handle. Like I'm driving, you know, I'm a driver to EDC, like it's whatever, and like it was so bad, you know.
You definitely improved on that.
You didn't pray to the player hard enough.
Well, yeah, I think I met all of you guys at EDC 2012. Like that was the year that Giovanni was like, oh, you should come and hang out with us in our hotel room. And I walked in and like people were like rolling J's and like floor.
Like, oh, my people.
And I was like, yes, this is like,
oh yeah,
like, this is crazy, but you guys are super awesome.
Was that 2012 or 2011?
I think that was 2012.
No, I think that was 2011.
No, 2011, dude.
Was it?
That was 2011.
No way. The first year that it happened.
It was 2011. That was the first year because we met you. I'm pretty sure we met you in 2011, Lance.
I think we met at EDC through Giovanni in EDC 2011.
There, because she was there in 2012.
Oh,
then we had matching outfits.
Okay,
yeah.
if Taylor was there, then definitely
it's 2012 then.
Or I think was there in 2012 because that was my first year going, and she stayed with me at the Trump Hotel 2012.
Wait, where did you guys stay in 2012?
So I stayed at the Trump Tower in 2012 with Alicia and Lisa and Paul. It was my first time meeting them as well.
Wow.
And I also stayed with Taylor. It was my first time meeting Taylor. It was Taylor, Lisa, Paul, me, and Alicia in a room.
We stayed, me, Eric, and like other people stayed at like Imperial Palace.
Imperial Palace back then.
Yeah. I think
then I ended up staying on Sunday night, like at your place, Cameron.
Yeah.
And I remember having to go to catch my flight like Monday morning, and I like you gave me a right before.
Oh my god.
And like I was like that was crazy. I can't even explain.
Wow.
And I had to fly by myself too, so you can only
too. Yeah, that was what 2012. That was like.
You were trying to be nice, like you were trying to help me sleep, but then I didn't realize that I had a flight in like 3 hours.
Oh my god.
What a life.
Yeah, you can just bleep it out.
All right, cool. Then we're gonna go some stories. I wasn't sure what to say, but dude, 2012. I would say this, like, the golden age of raving for me was 2012, 2013. The early years, like 2007 to 2011, were just like, they were good years. I had a good time. We didn't have a sound group yet. You know, we, of course, we had friends. I think we were all friends. We all knew each other. But it wasn't like 2012. And we can probably go back to the early years late in a little bit. But in 2012 was what really solidified my rave experience. That's when I knew that I didn't want to party with anybody else. And
well,
even,
that's when we had like a flag and shit, right?
Yeah. Even like 2013 was a flag.
2013, yeah, that's when I like raved with people. Like really came into the group, and I was like, okay, these are the people I don't want to party with anybody else. Like this is it.
I'm glad that I think up until 2013, I think I was in charge of all the hotel bookings for the group and all that stuff. After that, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna deal with this because all the drama that went down in 2012. But 2012 though, it was, despite the whole stuff that went down and the craziness, it was still pretty fun. We did our traditional EDC routine. It was you get there Wednesday. Whoever gets there Wednesday gets to lay the land, map it out for us, buys all the empty Fat Tuesdays so we can just refill them. Right. And then on Thursday, when everybody else gets in, that's when everybody buys their bar crawl ticket to whatever event they're going to, right? And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you black out. I don't know. That's
Eric fell asleep at the bar crawl, like the first bar that we went to, like in the lounge chair, and they kicked us out.
Twice. Oh my God.
Fell asleep.
Yeah.
They kicked everybody out because he fell asleep?
No, they kicked me out. No, they kicked me out.
They kicked him out, but we weren't gonna leave him.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. And I don't. It's great. I'm allergic to alcohol. And back then I could drink much more than I can now. And even with all the extra help, no fucking way I was staying up. I fell asleep twice. I almost fell asleep pissing one in the bathroom. I forgot what bar it was. It was like the one where you go in and it looks like a brothel. Like there's like brown or purple walls. No, it wasn't Coyote Ugly. I got kicked out of that one in 2013.
Oh my God.
And they had like
getting kicked out of Vegas bars is so hard. Like what?
Right?
I wasn't even being like it wasn't even a cool story where I got kicked out. It was just like I fell asleep twice after he told me not to fall asleep. And
it's like 7 p.m.
Oh man, and the worst part is like, I'll I'll fall asleep or get kicked out, be fucked up for an hour, and then my body somehow just powers through the alcohol, and then I'm up and ready to go, but then everybody else is passed out, and I'm just like, fuck. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm just awake by myself now. But
I'm usually the last person asleep at EDC anyway, too.
Yeah.
Which is on me.
Sunrise Crew.
Sunrise Crew for real. Oh my God, that's like when Coco wanted to go see Deadmau5 at a pool party Saturday of EDC, like 2013 or 14.
2013.
Yeah, I remember you guys doing that.
I got dressed and everything. I laid in bed for like 8 seconds. I was out. They couldn't wake me up. They're like, everybody tried to wake me up. I was literally just like done,
Yeah.
That was like the day. Was that like the Monday after, or was that?
That was Monday.
That was Saturday.
Was
that Monday?
Oh, Monday.
Okay. That's why I was
yeah,
dead.
I remember you guys doing that, and I was.
I thought it was Friday. I was like,
no,
I even thought you would make it to a pool party on Monday after 3 days.
We bought the tickets before, I think, because they would be so expensive. It was gonna be $100, and I think we bought them for like $30 or like $40. Wow, what a time!
You only bought them for 30.
Somebody else took my ticket though. I think it was either Bree or
I feel like it was Anne. Maybe
it was Anne. Maybe
it was Anne because
okay,
Anne.
Cool.
It was Anne and Coco went. Yeah,
that's my girl. Good job.
Yeah.
But, well, he's not gonna go, so.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. I don't even know how we did that. Like we literally partied for 4 or 5 days straight.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I remember when you had to print out a parking pass at any event you went to. Oh, that's funny.
Before you
It
had
popped
to,
in my mind.
before you had to scan it on your phones.
Yes, you literally had to like have all these papers and be like, oh, shit, which everybody have their ticket. Which one is the right
And then
one?
you're all fucked up, like worrying that you forgot something. Oh my god, I was so paranoid.
Dude, we had to do that in 2012. We had to go to the Imperial Palace Office Center to print out the ticket.
I feel like I kind of remember that.
Yeah, we had to do
The
that.
Imperial Palace was awesome because they had a Fat Tuesday in the
Inside.
Dude, I love Imperial Palace. It not just because it was an Asian themed hotel. It was
Oh, Imperial Palace was fucking awesome.
It was awesome,
Oh,
and it was
There
inexpensive.
was like 15 people in like one suite.
yeah. I mean, it was also
It's a
pretty.
nice hotel now.
It's called
The link.
the link. It was
I
pretty.
stayed there. It's super nice.
I have stayed there since
I like
the
it.
link too. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool that we on that year 2012 we were on
Yeah,
the
me
second
too.
floor.
It has
because-
the wheel, the big wheel thing.
Yeah, because on the first night
Yeah.
somebody clogged the toilet
I
at
remember
2012.
that
Yep,
for
So-
years.
Caddy.
I thought it was Alicia.
And you guys literally only used the casino bathroom for the rest
Yeah,
of
we did.
until you
on the
checked
first
out,
night.
like,
Cause dude, no, there was a used tampon in the toilet. That's the reason why I
Oh
got
my
stuck.
god!
And I was
I
like,
can
oh,
say I was not on my period that weekend. So
it had to be a girl. The water was red, unless one of us was bleeding from her asshole, and then it wasn't any
you're
of us.
gonna have to cut this out because some people don't like talking about periods.
yeah.
I'll leave that in. But yeah, thank God we were on the second floor, so we just kept using the lobby bathroom the whole time.
Yeah, and there was little stairs. We just walked down the stairs, and then you would see
Yeah.
like a hooker like saying bye to their like person
Mm.
at like 6 a.m. Like it was kind of a trashy hotel, but it was perfect for
It
us.
was legit. It was legit.
Trashy as fuck.
Yes,
And-
I love us. I love trash.
So,
I love us too.
so EDC Vegas is my first Vegas experience, and
Wow.
just seeing that all the first time, like I didn't even watch The Hangover like 3 times before I went to Vegas. So we're like, oh yeah, we're ready, and just experiencing of the difference in pricing for men and women. I think for men we pay
Yeah,
like
that's pretty messed
2-3
up.
times more.
Shit's
for
rough
a
for
ticket.
men in
Yeah,
that's-
Vegas.
yeah. I
Okay.
feel like that's not fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
like
Bring 5 girls, get in free. Like
Right?
what?
$100 for men, $20 for women.
Yeah, as a homosexual, that's why I stopped going to Vegas after my early 20s, because I realized that I'm not benefiting from any of it. Like
yeah.
the pool, like everything is so expensive if you're a guy, and everything is catered around women once you get inside. So it's
That's so
just so
true.
like I'm like,
Is it
Also,
still like that?
for that matter, I'll take it a step further. Everything catered to general audience in Vegas is not that great of an experience. The only things in Vegas that are great is if you're willing to spend a lot of money.
mm,
So, like, when you buy a general admission ticket to a show there, it's not going to be that great of a time because you're going to be packed like a sardine in
Yeah.
there. You're not going to have a space. You're not going to have anything really. If you have $5,000 to drop on a table, then yes, you're gonna have an amazing time and you're gonna have an incredible experience. So like,
Yeah, the drinks are so expensive.
yeah,
yeah,
it's-
$25 every time I go to the bar for a cocktail is like what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
know.
I like to do the bar crawl thing though. Like well,
yeah.
definitely
Oh.
don't do it now, but that was like fun because like it like took you on a tour of different like bars and clubs, and then they gave you drink tickets and
Mhm.
stuff, and it was like $25. Like for everyone,
Yeah.
no matter what gender, and like you got to see a little bit of everything. It was like really fun that way.
Yeah, agreed.
Because otherwise it's rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I feel like when I was younger, I just had energy to do more
Mm.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I would pull crazy shit, like take the bus to Vegas on a Friday night, stay at like the Motel 6 or Hooters or Excalibur or like something like pretty cheapy,
Yeah. Yeah.
on or adjacent to the strip, just to get out there and be out there for an event or like some show or something, but
Mm.
I was just like hustling, and then I finally was making enough money after like 2 years of going to Vegas to be like, cool, I'm gonna take the bus there, but I'm gonna take a flight home because I
Oh,
learned
yeah.
that
Yeah.
driving or taking any mode of transportation back from Vegas is horrendous.
Oh my god, it's horrible.
But
Well,
like
you-
you'd rather it be an hour versus like
But
Or in a car.
you always needed somebody to drive.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah. because we
But I
always.
always drove to Vegas. I was always the driver for EDC, like always.
So yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awkward.
But I mean, it's also part of the deal. I talked to because Giovanni also was a driver for EDC for years too, you know.
Yeah.
And so we both have like, there's a certain like respect of like, you get everybody home safely. You stop getting fucked up after a certain time, and like you have to like get your life together, you know.
Oh yeah.
I used to drive.
You get a bed.
I used to be the driver for
Yeah.
like Nocturnal and Beyond Wonderland and EDC LA, but I never drove to Vegas. I always flew after that because like I kept like nodding off like in the car like on the way back from LA. I'm like, oh god, like I don't know if I can do this to Vegas.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
Especially from the Bay Area. It's so far.
It's
So
10
far.
hours, right?
Yeah, it's that drive. I've done it once for my 21st birthday, and that was not fun.
Yeah.
She's
I
like,
mean,
damn.
it was the things we were willing to do, right? To attend the festival.
Exactly. We'd do anything.
Mhm.
I mean, I would still do a lot.
We're willing to risk death to attend the festival.
I mean, we say that, but like Noko said, I still feel like there's been times like TomorrowWorld. I definitely felt like I'm like, am I gonna get Are we gonna get hypothermia? Like,
Yeah.
is any of our stuff gonna make it? Like, all of my clothes are wet. Like, everything is in mud. Like,
Ozzy doesn't have shoes on.
Ozzy and Brian didn't have shoes on. Like days. I was like, what are you doing?
I literally like risked my job to go there. My job literally told me no, I couldn't go. Then I went anyways, and then I called out, and then I lost my phone. So then I had to call from someone else's phone.
Hey, I can't make it. I'm sick.
I left a voicemail. I didn't even actually talk to them because I was fucked up, and I didn't get fired. So it was awesome.
Did you call them at like 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't get fired. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So for all the young ravers out there, like TomorrowWorld is a branch off of Tomorrowland, which is held in Atlanta, Georgia.
Chattahoochee Hills of Atlanta.
Chattahoochee Hills, dude.
Chattahoochee Hills of Georgia.
Yeah, and you know it was cool because I think what company drew it, like EDX or something, PDX. I don't know. Anyways, they're basically it's a European festival on American soil, and it was different than anything else I've ever been to. You know, it just had a different kind of flair. They had different kind of music. It was the first time I ever saw a tropical house at a festival.
Yeah, they had a whole stage.
Yeah, they had a whole tropical stage. Yeah, and the decoration is a little bit different. It looked more like a festival or a party, like almost like a Mardi Gras, compared to what EDC is more like a rave.
It was like an enchanted forest.
Yeah.
Really. There was like the forest stage was literally like a clock with like trees and hammocks. Like people going up in hammocks for like 10 to 15 feet. And then the mythical frame stage was like most of our favorite stage, which was like literally nothing but like these giant things that look like magic mirrors, but they were the visuals. And I was like,
my God,
this shit is crazy. I
So-
saw late night alumni in the rain there. Like it was like,
So it's basically a giant shroom trip.
It's kind of, I mean, yeah. It kind of like Electric Forest kind of reminds me of it. It just TomorrowWorld, like it felt there was more like detail, kind of.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
I never read
More
the EF, so I
defined.
don't know. But like TomorrowWorld definitely was a different. It was a different world. It was a different experience because you know, it looked like what a shroom trip would be when you're sober, and you have
it was
to
also
use
the vibe, like high fives and stuff. That was so like different. But I also think like there's something about going to festivals that are hard to get to because the gorge is hard to get to, and I haven't had a bad time there ever. To be completely honest with you, Electric Forest is pretty fucking hard to get to unless you pay expensive money to like fly into Muskegon.
Yeah.
Like, and that's like, it's like there's barely any bad vibes because it's too hard to get to. Same with the Chattahoochee Hills of Georgia. Like it's in the cut, and you have to really want to go.
We
You
had
know?
to walk all of our shit for like miles to the campsite. Like that's crazy. Like at TomorrowWorld. Oh.
Well, I'm pretty sure in 2015 a couple people had a bad time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's like
But
that's not
like,
the venue's
that's, like,
fault though. That's
secondary
not,
to, like,
you know.
outside sources, not like the actual festival itself, you know?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
like the weather.
Yeah,
it
it wasn't
like
like it wasn't like
I had a great time in the mud.
we
it was-
overcame it though
Yeah.
too.
I
I think
literally had the best time ever.
yeah. I think my breaking point at that festival was like Saturday morning when I showered and I was like finally like, oh my god, it poured all night long. I'm finally clean and warm for a second. And I stepped out of the showers and I almost felt like I was like knee deep in mud again.
Oh
Like,
my I know.
and I was like,
That was so bad.
is this real life? Like,
That
is
was
this happening?
so bad.
Ugh,
But fun at the same time.
yeah.
it's
Yeah, that
exhausting.
yeah, that year it rained all over the hills, and I think they weren't prepared for that rain, so there's just mud everywhere. They ended up having to shut down 3 of the 6 stages, and I think on the 3rd day, a couple people were denied entry, so you
Yeah. for
couldn't
them, that would
drive
suck.
into the festival. A lot of people took a bus from Georgia or from Atlanta. Luckily for us, we camped, so we were able to go in and out. And so if
Yeah.
you stayed at the campsite, you're allowed to go.
Yeah, for
into
those
the
people,
festival.
that sounded awful. But you guys were at the year before too, right? When it was all sunny and perfect.
I didn't
Yeah,
go. That
I
wasn't
was
me.
there.
Yeah, Lance. Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember like Stephanie and all of them were there, but I can't remember who. But at least that was good weather.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
like I don't know. It makes TomorrowWorld is the festival that I'm like, wow, okay, this is why I have FOMO because I'm
Mhm.
like, oh, now I'm like I should have went to the first one, or like I should have
Oh,
like because
right.
it's like so gone, you know.
Yeah.
Oh no, because it's never gonna come. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And I
it'll
mean,
come back.
to Eric's story though, I just want to rewind. It's like it was muddy and it rained, and like the people that were on buses originally that dropped them off, the buses never came back and got those people.
Oh, I did
So
not know about that.
that's why they got sued into oblivion. And so you had like thousands of people trying to walk back to a major city, you know, from being in this like high key like plantation area, you know,
Mhm.
in the cut somewhere in the middle of Georgia, and these people were like not having it. I mean, imagine some people were sleeping under cars.
Oh my
You
god.
know,
I-
some,
Yeah.
like
that-
not their
that
own cars,
sounds-
like random strangers or knocking on random strangers' doors saying, "Hey, I was at the festival like a few miles down the road. Is there any way I can use your phone to call a cab or whatever?" It was like nightmare scenario. Meanwhile, all of us who camped like
Yeah,
went right back inside.
Yeah.
Pre-fire festival, like the first fire festival.
The
Yeah.
OG. Fire Festival.
It really was. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
They
least
learned
we
a
didn't-
lesson though. They should have just opened the campsites and said, because that's what they said. They said, "Oh, you guys didn't buy camping passes, so we know that there's no transportation to pick you up, but the exit's that way." You know, and they like it was so bad. Like
That's really bad.
we were trying to sneak people in with us to like have shelter. It was so, and they're like security's like push.
They're like,
Uh,
yeah, the act of God clause did not protect that company.
all
Man.
bad.
It
Dude,
just
just bad
shows,
call
like-
operationally. You know.
Yeah, it shows
Yeah.
like I guess like how much or like operation and like organization like goes into festivals, because there's some festivals that go very perfectly smoothly, and then there's other ones like that just like shit hits the fan and like it's bad.
Mhm.
And shit really hit the fan.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Yeah, because I remember walking around the festival and like near the porta potties, I was like, man, is that urine mixed with mud?
Yeah.
I was like, because like the men is just like it wasn't its own stall. It was like a trough, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
But you still used it because I wore shoes because I'm not a dumbass.
No, I know it was bad because my mom called me like the next morning and she's like, "Are you okay? Are you alive out there? Like, what is going on?"
Because it was like on the news.
Yeah, it was literally on all the major
Crazy
news
Rave.
channels.
Everyone on drugs. Like, of course, they have to like throw that in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's why I had to be like blitz the entire weekend, man. Like once it started silvering up, I was like, oh no, this is too real.
No, I just feel like I drank way more back then. Like I was drinking in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, waking up, no hangover. I used to be the person I'm like, oh my god, I don't get hangovers. I was like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now I drink
Who
one
are
beer
you?
and I suffer the next day.
yeah. I'm like dying for like
But
2
there's
days
something
sometimes.
there's something about festivals though. I feel like that like because I like here like when I go out to a bar like in San Francisco, I like drink just not even that much, and then I'm like dying the next day. But then at a festival, like I'm hungover, but like I still manage to like go day 2 and day 3 and day 4. I'm like how is this different? Because I feel like I'm drinking way more and like getting way less sleep than like going out to a bar one night. You know what I mean? It's like there's like something magical in the festival where it's like you somehow are fine.
It's a blur.
Even at our old age.
It's the blur.
I guess so. Like there's something in there. I don't know.
I feel like I'm just sweating more at festivals, so I'm just like burning it faster.
Yeah, you're always like moving around, or it's like your vacation high. Like if I go on vacation and I'll drink more because I'm like,
oh my god, yeah.
I have no responsibilities. I can do whatever I want. I'm 21. I'm invincible. After 27, it was like
21.
Dude, festivals at 18 compared to festivals at 30, it's a fucking totally different ball game, man.
I don't even dance the same way. That's what I realized. I think I turned 25 and I was like dancing at a rave and I was just like, man, I can't even like shuffle the way I normally can, you know, or just move my body and like now I'm like I'm that dude in the back that's just kind of vibing, you know, like
oh I know, man. Like I remember you at TomorrowWorld. You were like, I loved your moves.
Dude, that's probably TomorrowWorld's probably just what grounded because that festival I was like we were shuffling. I mean, dude, that was crazy.
Well, you had to like move your body to dance because your feet was all soaked in mud or quicksand.
Or you can go to the hardstyle stage and just stand in water. You know?
Oh yeah. Damn, dude, that's right. The stage flooded on the other island.
Completely.
Oh my god.
The hay fairy is what they called it on Sunday because they just dropped off bushels of hay all over the venue so that people could walk around normally. It's brilliant.
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude.
But,
luckily most festivals are not like that, or like things don't go that badly operationally and weather wise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There are some times, but
that festival was also when Porter Robinson failed me for the second time. Because he was supposed to play his Worlds.
Yes, and then they got cut.
Yeah, and so I already knew something. I could feel it in my soul that something was going to happen. So I left and I went to go see Skrillex, you know? And that was so But
they lost his laptop, right? Isn't that what happened? Like, he lost his laptop?
It literally, he opened with language and it was like, and then it was like cut. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
It was nightmare scenario for like half of our group was there and then the other half was with us at Skrillex, or I don't even know if it was Skrillex.
Yeah, it was Excision in Club Pavilion, because we were at the bass stage and I was having a great time, and I'm not a bass head at all, but I was with like all of like everyone who likes bass, so I was like feeding off of everyone's energy.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I think I was with you guys at the bass stage, and I was like,
and then you went to the trance stage.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna hang out with the Chicago people. I don't know them, but they're gonna be my friends now.
God, the first time we met them.
So that's when we closed out with Armin. Yeah, I know. Because
that was so.
We didn't even develop those friendships until like 3 years later, or like
was it?
I mean, I didn't personally. Like, there was like I kind of knew them, and then I knew certain people from their group, but I didn't know the people that I hang out with now, which is funny.
I talked after that. Like, I talked to Mike, Devin, and Gerardo, and Kevin and Anna like all the time, like every day. Like I don't know, and I didn't even really get maybe not Kevin and Anna.
Not even Kevin and Anna. Like I didn't even get close to Kevin and Anna until I went to Lollapalooza in Chicago a few years ago.
Yeah, you know? Like Mike, Devin, Gerardo, and Jippy all like came to like our campsite like one of the nights. They helped me when I was calling my work to like call out of work. And like ever since then, like, you know, I started talking to them, and then like, you know, we actually got to hang out like years later. But that's like the beauty of festivals too. It's like you meet people from everywhere
across the
like,
state. I mean, across the nation.
Meet people and bond with them. Like there's no way.
Yeah, my mom tells me all the time. She's like, you have friends everywhere. And she's like, everywhere you go, every city you go to, you're like always like meeting people who you're like reconnecting or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like that's the goal.
Yeah,
right?
and we're so lucky because like not really like there's not that many things or people that can do that. Like I've had people literally DM me and be like, how do you make friends? And I'm like, well, have a common interest. Festivals definitely help.
Be a girl.
Like,
one.
Self.
Yeah. 2, take your shirt off.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It's still like I don't know. I feel super lucky. I still feel super lucky all the time. You know,
Yeah.
like Raves brought us together, but it was like, I think it was the Junos really were the ones that were like, we're not just gonna rave together. You know, they're like, you're gonna come over. We're gonna do like wine and cheese, and we're gonna play games. We're gonna do game nights. And I was like, I'm totally down with that. You know, and that was like early on in our friendship. Like 2013, 2014, like right when I got back from EDC, and I realized that they were local LA Zips because there wasn't a lot of us down here at that time, you know. And we really bonded, and it was like we would go to events together, but it was also we just hang out a few times a week, and
and it's like at events, like it's like you don't really actually see people that much because everyone is like you can't hear people because you're at the stage, or like everyone wants different music. So sometimes it's like the aftermath or like before or after that, like you actually bond with people more, you know.
The best times at EDC are at the hotels.
Exactly. Like
I love EDC, but like
silly.
The moments at the hotel I will die with, like in my heart, knowing that like there was nowhere else I'd rather be in that moment, you know. Like,
it's so true.
Good.
Some of the moments of the spent on the balconies at the Cosmopolitan.
Yes. Oh my God, the Cosmo.
Wow.
The best.
Dude.
The sun come up or go down.
Oh man, 2013 when we stayed at the Cosmo, I thought, because I think Colina booked it that year, and then we stayed in the suite the year before, and then I was like, okay, we're gonna get a suite at Cosmo. Cool, it's gonna be like a fucking movie. We showed up. It was a 2-bedroom hotel room. I was like, oh fuck, how the fuck are we gonna fit 15 people in here?
Oh my God.
Wait, are you thinking of the Monte Carlo?
Was it the Monte Carlo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was 2014.
Cameron stayed at the Cosmo.
We did stay at the Cosmo in 2013, and I'm almost positive you're right. You guys did put like fucking 10 people into like a regular room.
Maybe.
I felt so bad because I invited Lauren and Lauren and that one girl. I can't believe her name. She's my friend too. I talked to her.
With black hair.
Lauren and Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie. So I thought we're staying in a suite. And I was like, okay, cool. You can be our 11th you can be our 13th and 12th. They show up and they're like, Eric, we thought you had a suite, and I know, I thought we did too.
Oh my God,
Eric, wasn't that?
You had one job.
It wasn't my job, dude. It wasn't my job because
that was at
That was at Bally's, yeah.
Yeah, not the Cosmo.
Yeah, my bad. I mixed those things up.
And shit.
There was a year when everyone stayed at Cosmo. Did you guys not stay there?
No, that's when all the Chicago people came.
That was 2016.
Yeah, that's when I surprised people.
That was so awesome. Yeah, Cameron, you like arranged that whole thing. Like he got like a group discount, and we had like 10 rooms or something crazy like that. That was so fun.
Yeah, I almost got fired from my job that year because I went to Thailand, and then I came back. I went to a wedding. And then a week or two later I went to EDC, and my manager was like, you miss one more day of work, you're fired. I was like, for the memories.
You're like, I'm out.
I'm out. Oh man, but yeah, we stayed at the Cosmo that year too, because that was the year that we did Pinkies Up. Thank you, Cameron, for turning us to that. We went to that. I think there was was it Dream State or something the night before? No, it was like.
No, wasn't it like
Jaws? It was Jaws. It was Jaws at the pool party.
We did the pool party for Michelle and my sister's birthday.
Oh yeah,
birthday.
And Kevin and Anna came.
That was our first time meeting Kevin and Anna. Yeah.
Wow, you met them at a Jaws pool party at EDC.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
And that was the first time I really got to hang out with them like a lot.
Yeah.
And to that matter, we did not just go to that pool party. We got a bungalow at that pool party. Like lit AF fam.
That was so fun.
The bungalow with a private pool in the bungalow.
Yes.
Yeah, that was so fun. That was the best. Thank God, it was hot.
It was great. It was a great experience.
Oh my God. Aww. Oh my God, this makes me like want to go to
a
Dude,
I also just miss you guys.
I think 2016 was when I started feeling my age, because I think I was 26. I was 26 at the time. Because we were at the Jaws pool party, we got super fucked up. I remember we went back to our hotel room to like freshen up a little bit, and then we just kind of just stayed there. We're like, let's not go back. Fuck it, whatever. I was like, what time is it? It's super late. It's like 4 p.m. And we're like, oh shit. So we all decided to take naps so we can go to the Dream State party, and then we ended up waking up at 11 p.m. and we're like, nope. There's a picture of us. We're all just sleeping by midnight, before midnight.
What? Wait, what year was this?
2016.
Okay.
Wait, Lance, you came, but I think you came the
Saturday.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the day you did a pop-in, huh?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I remember Lance, like, I didn't like, I was not gonna say what because we're being recorded, but I was really fucked up and my brain was not there. And you came up to me and said hi, and I was like, "Hi, Lance," and like I didn't like it didn't register in my brain that you hadn't been there the whole time. I like automatically thought you were there the whole time.
I loved it. I was like, "No, coach." She was like, "Oh my god,
like,
hey."
hi.
She's like, "Hey, does anybody know where I can get a slushie or something?" Like it was something so random, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then like 2 hours later, she's like, "Oh my god, Lance! Oh my god, so good to see you."
Wasn't it when we were all walking out? Right, we were all walking out the speedway. Nicole was like, "Lance, when did you get here?"
I'm dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was there for like 24 hours.
Yeah,
Like-
and we did EDC day 2.5, which was a horrible idea because we got so fucked up. We didn't leave for EDC on the third day until like 6 p.m. and we didn't get into EDC until 1 a.m. because the traffic was so bad.
Oh yeah.
We're doing live EDC, stuck in traffic. Woo! Are you like live streaming this right now? Wait, whose song we listen to again?
Yeah,
That was
that
EDC
happened
2012
last
Saturday, the night of the sandstorm for
Oh,
me.
shit.
I didn't get in, so Feed Me was like halfway through his set, and I'll never forget getting to Feed Me, him playing one song, and then the lights turning on.
Oh.
And then I was like, cool, I'm gonna go see. I think it was Zed's Dead.
Yeah.
And they
Alvin
were
Harris was on. That's where I was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was
Hey.
and then they were like, nope, the stage is gonna fall on you guys. Please head towards the entrance. And then they just kept us in that grassy knoll area for like ever. And then I was
Yeah.
like, are we gonna leave? Are we gonna do this? Like, what's going on?
And then it took forever. Like I had a shuttle pass, but like there's no way I was trying to do that. It took so long to get a cab. Oh my god.
Yeah, everyone's all still fucked up because like there was like no music playing and just people just dancing in the grass.
Yeah.
I think Giovanni and I got a ride from this guy named Sonic.
Yeah.
Like
that's lucky.
this
No,
Asian dude with like
I think-
he was dressed as Sonic the Hedgehog. Like
Oh my god.
full blown blue mohawk.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like Rave's name Sonic, and he played nothing but hardstyle or like happy hardcore like
oh my god.
the entire ride home.
He's like,
2 hours,
people
2.5
for a ride.
hours of just like.
What
and we're like,
wasn't
"Oh my
Sonic a friend of Nico? Because like Nico came with us back to the hotel room where we got super fucked up.
Mhm. I think so, but it was
Yeah.
like Sonic was like with his girlfriend. That's why he was down to leave, was because his girlfriend was like from Sweden, and this was their first time like hanging out.
Oh.
And then she was like, "You Americans are too fucking crazy." Like, she's like, I'm never coming back to EDC. Like, I'm never coming back here. Like, I can't wait to go back to
For
my
that
country.
matter, EDC was ratchet back then. Like
Yeah.
they cleaned up their act a little bit in
Agreed.
more recent years, but like back in like 2012 or 2013, there was like some really crazy things going on. I remember specifically like my friend went with his mom at that time, and like
Oh my god.
his mom went thinking it was going to be like this world class
A
experience.
concert.
Yeah,
Oh,
or,
whoa.
like, or like a European festival for that matter, and it's not. It's we're still in America, sweetie.
Vegas.
In Vegas, much less. Yeah, exactly. And so it that time I feel like EDC was shocking especially for people who weren't accustomed to rave culture or what that scene is.
Yeah, you could get away with much more back in the day. I think now on surface it looks more ratchet because of the current style of the rave culture compared to
I just think it's more people now.
yeah.
Like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands more people now.
Oh yeah.
We thought it was so big back then, but it really comparatively, like, I mean, it's like night and day. I feel like
Yeah.
one stage, one main stage at an EDC event now is like used to be one NOS event center, like one whole night, one Audiotistic, one Beyond, like that's what it was. You
now
know,
there's like 7 of them, like 7 stages. Like
yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, for
all this good music everywhere.
For better or worse, right? I mean, I mean now, I think sometimes like people go there just take Instagram pictures. I think they kind of suck.
You know.
I don't know, man. Like, say you're trying to like I'm trying to put my arms around Cameron during Above and Beyond set, and then somebody turns around and selfie sticks a picture. I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh, whatever. Like people are gonna take pictures.
I'm trying to see sun and moon here, not you taking selfies.
When have you ever had room at a rave? Like, come on.
Right.
Actually, EDC now there's so much more room.
There is a lot
compared
more
to what it used to be.
I also enjoy like the smaller stages now more. Like I used to always want to like go to the main stage, but now I really like the more like the intimate stages. But it probably also has to do with like the music too.
I was my follow up to that is that like I feel like since we've been in the scene for so long and we've listened to so much music and we have the artists that we have fallen in love with and we'll never get over, and the artists that we're kind of like, cool, seen you a handful of times, don't really need to see you again. That makes me want those smaller stages, and it's completely changed my festival experience, because when I look at a lineup now, I'm like, oh cool, like I've seen everybody on this lineup probably twice. You know? And it's not like a braggadocious like thing to say, it's just more of like, no, we've been doing this for like 12 years for me, or like 13 years or something, and I'm like, cool, like I love Cascade, and I will generally also always go see Cascade or Above and Beyond or any of like, there's some specifics, but for the most part, I will definitely like at Electric Forest, I skipped Bass Nectar like 2 or 3 times, and I saw Black Gummy, and that was like the best fucking
there was like
ever.
no one there except for us and like the Junos and Kenny.
Yes, I will never forget that, because there was like maybe 80 people
like
in a giant, like a space that's supposed to hold like 5,000 or something. You know, I was like, this shit's so fucking crazy. But like that opened my eyes to the fact that like, wow, I should probably go check out some of these smaller artists that like I follow on SoundCloud, or I've listened to a track or two, but I've just never been able to actually see and catch them.
It's so true, because it does open, since we've seen like literally everyone, it opens up like you can kind of go with the flow more, because you're not as worried about, oh, I have to see this person because you've already seen them.
I got the first 4 years of EDC, I was like, I'm not missing these. And then now I'm like, it's fine.
It's like not a big deal.
Like now I build my schedule, but then I get inside with every intention of just going wherever we go.
Yeah, me too. Like I just.
But generally, our schedules are pretty synced. Not gonna lie.
For the most part, except for at EDC when I'm at the techno stage like the entire time.
I love it though.
Nicole, where were you for the Blacklist set? You should have been at the Blacklist set with us. You would have.
Wait, at the techno stage?
No, it was at Circuit Grounds actually. It's Blacklist is Zoo's alter ego, but it's like his like dark.
No, yeah, I've seen Blacklist before, but why wasn't I there?
That was last year, right?
That was 2019. Yeah.
2019.
That was fucking crazy. There's like mannequins on stage. That was really fun.
What the heck? How did I miss that?
Were you even there, Nicole?
Did you go last year?
Oh, actually,
I don't think you went.
Maybe not last year, the year before. Oh yeah, so I wasn't there. Maybe it was the year before. I think I went to 2018, maybe. I can't remember.
Yo, because last year was just the boys.
Oh yeah,
it was
we went to Eric. We went to go see Eric Prydz.
Eric Prydz and a Bayer, dude. I texted everybody, dude. I was like, we gotta make this happen. We're gonna do this. And
Cyrus D.
Wait, I was there because I saw you, Eric, and Alex.
Because that's what I was like. I feel like we were trying to meet up, but we didn't really meet up.
Yeah, we were trying because like we kept wanting to see different people.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Were you with Alex Montana? No, you're Alex.
I was with my Alex, but like Eric was with
my Alex.
Last name.
Other Alex, lighter Alex,
I
taller Alex.
That was so nice.
Yeah.
And then I ran into Kevin and Anna in the bathroom, and like we were trying to meet up forever, and I was like fucked up, of course. And like it was so fucking awkward because like make your brain like forget everything. And like, I was just like, I've been trying to meet up with you for so long, and now I'm so fucked up, and I don't know how to like even make a conversation.
We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
So awkward.
We all know it.
We all know
Dude.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, that.
Oh my god, it has so much to.
Oh,
I love you.
You're
Give me
like, I love you. I gotta go pee. Bye.
This is who we are.
dude, do you remember? Okay, do you remember TomorrowWorld when I couldn't like? So I was so fucked up. I started drinking early, and then like I didn't. So I was hanging out with Chicago people because I was staying with them, and then I remember you guys were texting me, but I just didn't want to text you guys back because I was just like, fuck it, I'm too fucked up. And then you guys find me in the middle of the pre-party, in the middle of the middle of the dance floor, right? And you're like, Eric,
the happening or whatever it's
Yeah,
called, like
you're like-
the what was that thing called?
Like
Noko?
the pre thing.
There was like a pre-party, yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't know who was playing. I was
Gathering.
there
Yeah,
by
the
myself.
gathering.
Yeah.
Yes, I wasn't there for that year. The year before I was, but I came late that year.
Yeah, I'll never forget the gathering in the Year of the Mud because that's when the rain started,
Mm.
and I had my spirit hood on. I was looking we just got there. I was like, cool, I'm gonna look all fly. It's like the first pre-event of the whole thing, and I was like a wet mop by the end of that show. And it was like Dimitri Vegas and like Mike and fucking
Foreshadowing your future for the entire
ridiculousness.
weekend.
Like this is.
Oh yeah,
You
they
guys
always,
see-
they always
Sorry.
do the gathering. I think,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Did you guys see the Cascade redo set at the art car at EDC? And like
The one that was the surprise set where he did the sunrise
Mhm.
opening.
that was like
Wait, well,
2014,
sorry, my internet is like sucking right now.
2014 or 2015, I feel like, and then he did it again.
I saw the one when he played Calliope Art Car, which
Yes.
is where it was like
Wait, who?
he played like almost like
Cascade.
3 hours long,
Ugh.
literally.
I think it was 2014.
I think it was 2014.
Yeah, it was 14.
And it was like it was announced on Twitter, and then I just remember Scotty being like, "I can't believe you didn't tell me," and I was like, "I can't believe you didn't know! Like, what? Everybody knew this." And he was like, "That was not public knowledge," and I was like,
He
I'm
did a
sorry.
redux or a redo set in 2018 on a car too,
Mhm.
Mhm.
at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
But-
No, he
I
did.
went to the first.
He
one,
did
and it was-
2013. It was
Amazing.
2013,
I
right?
thought I was up
Yeah,
there.
because Jose was there.
Jose was there. I remember Jose was all
Oh.
about it.
Yeah, we were both like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was so fucking crazy, and there's no recording of that set.
Oh
like,
my god!
it's like-
I'm so jealous.
I was like, we both talk about it to this day. We were like, wow, there was like 8 cameras on the deck, but like, where's the footage? Like, where the fuck is it?
that was like the most intimate,
Yeah.
exclusive
Yeah.
thing you could have.
It was so sick. I think Anne was there too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Wow.
I bet you Cascade just watches it at home by himself. Like, yeah, 2013 was a good year. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I bet most DJs do that. They're like, oh, this recorded set that
It's so
everybody
good.
wants, or this song that was Justin Martin in the Anchor song for the longest time.
Right? Oh my god!
I was like, bro.
Unreleased.
Dude, what is one set that was played at EDC that isn't recorded that you wish you had?
Isn't
The Cruella set from EDC 2013 when everybody went to go see Calvin Harris and Alicia and I went to go see Cruella.
Oh,
No, I saw Cruella with Kalina.
Oh,
it was definitely at Calvin Harris.
yeah. Most people went to go see Calvin Harris,
'Cause
but
they-
Alicia and I literally, she was like, we're doing this," and I was like, "All right, like I'm
Aw.
down," you know. And it was so fucking good. It was like everybody who was there knew like all the words of the song. I don't know. It was just such an EDC
Yeah.
moment. I was like,
I
this
love
is some.
that, when everyone's singing along. that's
And it was the Triangle Circuit Grounds year where all the triangle
Oh, I
lights
remember
were on the
that.
top.
Gorilla was fun.
Was the mega
I
structure?
remember that.
The mega structure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
Wow.
Mine
That's a
was
good one.
probably Green Velvet. The first time Antonio, and David, were like,
2014.
"Hey, do you want to go see some techno?" And me and Anne were like, "Okay." It was literally like the first. I mean, I've heard it before, but like I never really experienced it. And they took us to Green Velvet, and there's freaking like laser beams, just like cut, like I was. And ever since then, I was like hooked on.
And the fire octopuses. Remember that?
Yes.
Oh my
I-
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate those things. Those are so scary.
Dude, especially when you're all fucked up. You're like,
Yeah.
it's so
like,
cold.
Dude,
I do
even
not
sober,
wanna-
it's like so hot. You
It's
know?
so hot, and I'm so afraid it's gonna like burn me.
Shit, not last year when it was all cold and we're like, fire octopus, come back.
So true.
Fire octopus.
Where we found on the year that we actually needed him.
What about you, Cam?
When does EDC get like
I-
that fucking cold?
I think my favorite set is probably when we saw Porter in like 2017, I think it
Definitely,
was.
yeah.
We
Oh.
played Cosmic Meadow, and we like went up specifically and sat at the top of the bleachers to watch his set, and his set was also during the fireworks show, and it was the second night.
Ugh.
And so we watched his set from like the bleachers with the fireworks show.
Oh
It was
my
like
god.
Yeah. I
Done.
remember that.
Done.
mind blowing.
That stage was pretty sick because the Cosmic Meadow, I think they had like the DJ stage with the LEDs, but like it looked like wings, like silver wings coming from the main stage. Yeah, I remember that.
I always like that stage. That stage is always a good stage.
I
It's kind of nice because it's like open, like there's grass and stuff.
Love the grass.
Yeah.
For sure.
I remember being at that stage, and then during that set, we were all so fucked up. We just came back from Duke Dumont, and then I wasn't with any of you guys. I was with a different crew. Love them. There's some of my fraternity brothers,
but not as.
But it was it was a different experience. It wasn't like I love you guys. It's more like this is hella sick.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
Fist pumping.
No, it wasn't toxic. We had chicks there too. I mean,
of course.
That's good times.
Did.
I was like, "Who are you with, Nicole? Just by yourself?" Click. I lost service. I'm sorry, but I just
You're like we weren't coming to you anyways, Eric. Bye.
Man, I just remember being like, we were all like, kind of like, in a weird mood, because we were on our way to see Kygo, because Kygo was playing after Duke Dumont, but then the fucking the path to get there was horrible. It was all jam packed everywhere. So then our buddy Jason was like, "Hey, let's just go see Porter Robinson." And when he ended that set, I remember turning over to Thomas and like, this isn't the set that we wanted, but it's the set we need.
Aw.
Yeah.
What was your favorite main stage of EDC you've been to?
Well, let's see. I've been to 11 EDCs. You guys have been how many EDCs?
I think I've been to 10.
10.
I'm at number 8.
8.
Yeah, my next one will be number 9.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've been to like all of them in Vegas and one in LA, except for like me. I think I missed like 1 or 2 years in Vegas, but then I also went to the one in LA too.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Too.
My favorite EDC stage, I don't know, man. It was like,
I'll start. It was the Cathedral.
Cathedral?
Sure.
Oh, 2014?
Yeah. I think that was like.
You mean like the shape of the stage? I thought you meant the
Yeah.
set for some reason.
Oh no, I just mean like the theme, like the theme of that stage. Yeah. That was so fun. It was so pretty. There were so many. It was like stained glass, and then there was like water also coming from the stage at some point. I was like,
I have to agree with that. People would like come out of the little doors, like it would like slide out. Like that was amazing.
Yeah.
Like owls and stuff, which is cool. But yeah, the Cathedral was amazing.
That was the year that Insomniac hired acrobats or like Vegas performers to come to the festival.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
That's what Paradiso does, which I thought was like so cool. Like you're like at the main stage in Paradiso at the gorge, and there's like people twirling around above your head. Like I was like, what the hell?
I don't know if you've seen that EDC more recently. They now have like a lady that comes like on a mini hot air balloon above the crowd. And
what?
She's like,
That's
she's on like a trapeze bar that's like hanging from the hot air balloon.
They literally do that at Paradiso. I feel, no offense to Pasquale, but I kind of feel like he steals a lot of ideas.
Well,
maybe he's just
Paradiso is Insomniac.
Now, yeah. Paradiso's Insomniac.
Yeah.
They're all like the same now.
It's all the same
yeah,
now.
like TomorrowWorld, I've noticed he takes a lot of things from that.
And Burning Man. Oh my god. Like this past EDC was like Burning Man, like fucking art installation central. I was like, okay, there's like a light tunnel, and
it's like turning into like burner vibes. Like
they started they started sharing art in 2014, right? That's when it first started the art program, where the artists would share between the festivals, but it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And then I think Insomniac just started their own like art thing, right?
I really like the memory lane that they added.
Oh,
I actually really enjoy that. Like it's like kind of like nostalgic and like you can see. I don't know. I like walking through that.
All the EDCs pass as you're walking through.
Yeah, and like there
Yeah.
was like random like dancers that would just like stop and like dance there, and like you would just walk. It was just like really cool. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Like memory lane was cool just because like I know I went to all those EDCs, but I actually didn't start having fun at EDC until like 2010. But I had more fun after that when I started going with you guys because my group back then was kind of weird. Yeah, there was all like drama, fucking first day of EDC and one of the 2 days festivals. So LA was cool, but then Vegas was just like
next level
legit.
Yeah.
And Vegas in itself, I love Vegas. Like it's
great.
fun.
The lights, the glamour,
and especially like seeing, like all of the ravers like everywhere. Like I remember like 1 year me and Anne like took the shuttle home at like 7 o'clock in the morning, of course, and like we were walking in our like half naked in our little like raver outfits, and there's these like collection of like businessmen like starting their meeting, and they just like all of them turn around at the same time as like a movie, and like just like look at us and we're like, hey, going home now, we've been up all night.
Yes.
Like it's
like,
Vegas.
Who are you?
Everybody's up all night.
Like EDC 2013, 2014, when it was like surging, and like that was like the peak years when they probably had the highest attendance. I remember you could walk down the strip and there would be like on Thursday night before EDC, like someone would like start chanting EDC, and there'd be like waves of people, like thousands deep, just chanting EDC like on the strip. Like what a crazy experience.
Yeah, that's the time that I'm talking about. That was crazy for sure.
Yeah.
And like the people who weren't there for EDC were like they were like very confused but also intrigued. Like I remember when me and Taylor were wearing like matching outfits, like we had a couple people like literally asked to take pictures with us because they thought that we were like Vegas performers.
Vegas girls, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, okay. You want a candy?
Yeah. When was the last time you guys gave out a piece of candy?
Gosh, I don't even remember now.
We used to be all into it, man.
I
so into it.
Pretty recently. I mean, last year at I think Electric Forest is usually my candy festival. I think I stick to one now a year, and I have that be. And Forest is still very blur and very much that. Like I have some candy from Forest that like I'll never get rid of. Like it's just it's like comes from some far off place in the middle of fucking nowhere, you know?
I still have all my candy. Like I don't want to get rid of it because I feel like it has so much memory attached.
Yeah.
To it.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah,
it's
too
like
much.
all in a bag, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's in with all my keepsakes and stuff, you know?
Yeah, me too. I definitely don't want to get rid of that.
Yeah, when I was moving to LA, we ran out of room in the car, and then my buddy was like, "I'm about to throw out this box of beads." I was like, "No, those are my memories." Because you know, like a lot of the candy that I have are from 2012 and 2013, and the ones I made for people. I think that was the peak of my candy years before my after my happy hardcore years. I had like the peak candy years where I was making it for my friends, and you know, and truthfully. And unfortunately, I'm not as close to some of those people anymore who I traded candies with due to, you know, whatever happened in our lives. And, you know, I have nothing, it's not like I hate them, but it's just our lives aren't intertwined anymore. So now I just keep whatever I can and then just think of the memories, man. Like, and also a lot of the candies too, the ones that we made for each other were personalized.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So I have
the puzzle piece that Coco gave me. Like I'll never get rid of that either. Like
and Lance, you made I think it was TomorrowWorld. You made one that it says "fam" and then it has a key on it.
Oh
I have that in my box.
Yes. Oh my god. I made one for everybody. I remember that. Wow.
Yeah.
I miss that. Nice. Like I feel like people now, like the people who are just starting, like they don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
It felt more like everyone was together doing that kind of. But
I've definitely been like rejected giving people candy at events in the past like 5 years or so. And it's like
Like, who are
fuck.
you?
It's so like in the moment, I'm like, this isn't a big deal, but it's such a big deal. I'm like, why does this hurt so bad? I'm
They
so
don't
high.
deserve your candy anyways. Then.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it's like so sweet.
I know. It was on a Millennium show too. I was like,
come on, where are the feels?
what? The show is all feels.
Wait, you tried to give somebody candy and they were like, nah.
Yeah, she was like, and I
I
was
don't
like,
want that shit here.
and then the girl next to me was like, and I was like, what?
What the hell?
I know. Super awkward.
Yeah.
They were probably young.
What are they, like super young or super old?
No, she's, I mean, yeah, I guess maybe like 24, 23. Not about that life. Not super young though. I wouldn't like, no.
Yeah, like she should old enough to know.
But then, like we said, we go to Electric Forest or some events where things just,
yeah,
I don't know. It's like it reinvigorates. I'm like, oh, or I'll see it happen, or else people are trading candy, or they give somebody some crazy like perler or something crazy, and I'm just like, oh, my heart. At the Gorge, it's really big too.
Yeah, it was
that's probably the last time.
Yeah, Washington Rave Fam is like amazing.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think the Weekender.
People who are keeping the candy scene alive too. Like I see in a lot of Facebook groups that I'm in for certain artists, like Cult of Res. There's a lot of people who make candy and like post pictures of what they made in there, and other pages too. So I think it definitely is still a thing. I think it's just become more of like a sub niche within like the community now. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as prevalent as it used to be, but
the whole scene has just changed, you know.
Totally. That's how gloving is, for that matter, now too. I feel like gloving used to be huge, and now it's very kind of like small and niche because
you can't even like bring them in half the time.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
true.
That way, you know. It got
or like now they have like the whips and stuff, and people they don't even let people bring that in.
Yeah.
I think you can bring in gloves now, but because like INSOMNIAC sells gloves.
I think now you can,
Yeah.
but you can't bring in the big goofy gloves or the Disney gloves. Do you remember
Yeah.
those? Like the big, like the Mickey Mouse hand.
Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Those used to be crazy.
They one year at Nocturnal, and this was like years ago, me and Alicia bought these plush monkey backpacks that we thought were so fucking cute, and they were like $30, which was a lot of money at the time, like especially. And they literally made like they wouldn't let us bring them in. And you know, Alicia, she was like, "What the fuck?"
That was so bad. Yeah.
Like she bought it outside. You guys bought them outside?
No, we bought them before, like in Santa Cruz. Like we
Okay.
thought they were cute, and like that was kind of like in back then. And then we bought them to Nocturnal, and they're like, "You can't bring this in." I'm like, "I have all my shit in my backpack. What am I supposed to do?
Right.
Like, where am I supposed to put it?" Like,
What did you guys end up doing?
I feel like they gave us a bag, and I had to carry around like a grocery bag or something. We had a lot of stuff. Like I got my menthols, I got my little sticky thing.
Literally.
Oh man.
Yeah, I had a Yoshi backpack. That was like my rave bag, my Yoshi, and like I took it everywhere with me until they stopped allowing it, and I almost got him taken away, and then I stopped taking him out because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like. It survived with me so do some crazy ass shit. I was like, I'm not losing this bag.
Why did they do that? Because like they think that you can hide stuff in there easier, or like I don't know.
I think people started getting like stabs or something, right? It was around like 2014, isn't it?
I just think it was a bad perception. Same with the pacifying, right? The pacifiers and like all of that type of stuff. Like they were just really trying to make it like not about like, drugs and more about like you know. The experience and the fun stuff, which I was totally down for, but I was just like, taking a person's plush backpack is not going to like,
dude.
Yeah, like
girls still bring in the same thing that I'm trying to bring in. So I'm like, what are you saying?
I remember like seeing so many backpacks thrown in the trash can, and some were pretty nice.
Dude, yeah, there's some spirit heads that were taken away. Like there's back in the day at INSOMNIAC events, they used to confiscate hella shit because nobody knew what you could actually bring in it or not, and it depended on what fucking security person you got and what type of mood that they were in. Like I remember seeing some fucked up shit standing in line and being like, I'm gonna hide my shit. Like
right.
Yeah,
I've seen some crazy shit too, and it makes you so scared.
Nothing's that scary as like finding the right line where the guy's like pat, all right, we're gonna stay in this line. This is where we can go. And when he gets to you, they switch to the one bald Jack guy, and you're like, no.
Yeah, I know. You're like, yeah,
He takes the
I'm
job way
sure
too
it's
serious.
scarier for
I was like,
guys.
oh shit. Where he
Girls
cups your
get
balls
old.
and everything.
Oh, God.
I was like, oh man. I was like, please
Ugh,
let me be me, man.
I know, right?
no
Just-
festivals.
Just
they're
this
way
once for me.
they're way chiller now. I feel like, in some festivals now, like Lightning in a Bottle and Dirty Bird Camp Out, there's no security at all. You just walk right in.
Yeah, they check your trunk to make sure you're not carrying bodies with you. But other
Yeah.
than that, they're just like,
then
go ahead
once-
and have a good
Once
time.
you're in, which
Yeah.
is really nice,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, I think after a while, it all became about safety. Like, they want to make sure people are safe.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they're not
Yes.
using guns or whatever, and that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That's-
And partying safely, you know, as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
if you know that people are, you know, doing certain substances or, you know, drinking excessive alcohol, encouraging, like we didn't get free water until
Some
people
time, yeah.
died.
Yeah.
2000
So
and
true. Why did it take people dying for them to bring out free water?
And
you
people
know?
were on the verge of death when we were all asking for free water for years, mind you.
Yeah.
Like this is not like a new concept. And he's like, we ran out of water, actually.
no,
at
dude,
some
no.
events.
They had free water at EDC 2011. I remember, but it was like a water horse. We had like, you know, you guys ever play football?
No.
You guys know what a water horse is?
No.
Okay,
No.
it's imagine like a fucking a long pipe with holes in it, and they put like a hose so the water
Oh
can shoot out,
yeah. So the
Those-
person with the last gets the least amount of water pressure. That's how it is at fucking Forest still to this day because they're out in the boonies, you know, and you're using a well or they're bringing in like a truck with water
Yeah.
or whatever. It's
Some things never
Yeah.
change.
but like after that EDC, when like it was like what 5 people who died, then that's when they had the refill stations, and
Sure.
then people died again, and then that in 2013 was when they had multiple refill stations.
yeah, refill stations with their bottle. You still had to buy their
Mhm.
bottle. Now you can bring them
Any
your
bottle.
hands and they'll
Yeah.
fucking put water in there for you. Okay, like that's how the culture should have been for a long time. But I'm happy that we changed that. You know.
I think it took almost getting lawsuits in place for that to be what it was. Because I remember like that's been like actually probably a whole shift for the entire scene in general. Like I remember we went to Ultra in 2013 in Miami, and we went to like a club for like a night there, and I asked for like a cup of water, and they tried to charge me like $5 for a cup of tap water. I was like, no, not a bottle, like a tap water. And he was like, yeah, it's $5. And I was like,
Freaking
what if I
Miami.
was dying right now? You can't charge me $5 for tap water. Like, you're kidding, right? And he was definitely not joking. But I remember like shortly after that, there was like all these lawsuits that happened or were put in place because people were like, you can't charge for fucking tap water. And now that's a thing, right? Like you
Mhm.
go almost anywhere and you have to give someone water if they
Yeah.
ask you.
Yeah.
It's
No.
like state laws that passed
Yeah,
individual. Yeah.
exactly.
I remember that Ultra, it was 2013. There was free water, but it was like a
was
one.
like
It was like one. No, it was
Yeah.
like no. It was there was free water, but it was like a drinking fountain. One
Yes.
drinking fountain.
And everyone
every-
was like bum rushing it.
For
Yeah.
thousands of people, for thousands.
I remember that.
Can you imagine literally a drinking fountain in a park feeding out like
Yeah, I
serving
remember
thousands of
that. That
people?
was so bad.
Yeah,
That's
people
so
had,
bad.
people actually had to walk all the way in the middle of the park to the actual bathrooms, refill the water from the sink.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
Ultra has gone through some changes. for
Yeah.
sure as well.
Dude,
Yeah,
Ultra
who knows if they're coming back?
Ultra was 16 plus. I didn't know that. I remember like I was at the
Couldn't
Ultra,
tell?
freaking. I was walking around. I was
could
like,
tell.
who the hell are these girls? They look like they should be in school, and then they're all dressed like strippers. And then out of nowhere, I was like, where the fuck is their mom? The mom comes over dressed like a stripper too. I'm like, oh, this is Miami.
Welcome to Florida, for real though.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
People get
Uh,
hooked up at Ultra, that's
yeah.
for sure.
But even
Oh,
like back in the day, like Monster Massive, like that was my first event ever. 2007, 2008, I think, or 2008, 2009, I can't remember. But it was like so different. Like
Yeah.
I lost my phone that night. Somebody returned it to me. Like
Ah,
it was like
It's like-
controlled chaos.
yeah, like people
Yeah.
are like, "Oh, can I help you find your friends? Who are you looking for?" I was like, "What? There's thousands of people here. How are you gonna help me find my friends? Help me find my friends.
it's so
like-
true. Everyone was so nice. Together as one. I remember that.
Together as one. Oh my
That was so
god."
They were
Yeah.
hella nice.
Everyone was so nice. We lost Alicia the whole time, of course.
Yeah. It was. I think
she lost us.
I don't know. It was just like a different time, you know. Like I think the scene was much smaller. You saw a lot of people at festivals that didn't live in your
that
area.
You'd see, that you'd see over and over again. Even now, I see people at events, especially trance events or particular genres, where I'm like, oh, okay, like we clearly go to the same festivals, we go to the same clubs, the same shows. Like,
yeah,
I should introduce myself. It's been 2 years, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's happened to you guys too, where it's like you kind of like know them, but you don't know them.
Yeah.
But you always see them.
Like, hey!
Exactly. And it's like, oh, it's you again, you know?
Oh yeah, that definitely happens like a lot. And especially now that people like carry like flags and like, stuff like now, like that's even more like identifying. You know, you're like, oh, I've seen you, like you go to every festival that I go to. It's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Definitely made a lot of friends that way too.
Yeah.
It's, oh man, now I miss festivals, dude.
Thanks, Eric.
They were good times. I know.
We'll have plenty more good times. This is like, I feel like this year was a year that I needed a break.
Yeah.
And I say that like, you know, in retrospect, right?
Yeah.
Because it's
like,
I didn't know I needed it.
Like, are you talking about like physically, financially, spiritually?
All the above.
Yeah,
like
I
everything.
bought stuff for my house. Like I have like pictures on my walls and stuff.
Yes.
I have new clothes. Like I would not spend money on clothes. I would only spend money on festival
experiences.
Rave clothes.
Festival clothes that I can't wear normally.
But even then, it's like I enjoy my life with festivals and I miss them and I don't take them for granted. I think this year has taught me that I'm like, cool. Like it's not like I took them for granted before, but I think living in California and just having all the events that we have all the time, it's just like very easy to kind of be like, I bought a ticket, but I'm not going to go, you know, especially like club shows or like things I'm like,
it's true. Like it gets to a point where you just like go to everything. You don't even like think about it, but now we're going to think about it.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna like cry and be like, "Oh, thank you so much. Take my $500.
Take my money, please." They go through.
I'll stay in 6-hour traffic just to go to your EDC. I'll never complain again.
Yeah. It's true. It has humbled us.
Yeah, it is. It is missed, you know. I think a part of me was like, oh man, maybe EDC will come back in November, or October. It didn't.
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, hopefully May.
Or October. If it's October, then that also works. Just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Whatever it is, whatever the first event is, we should all go.
Totally.
I don't even care if it's like music that I don't like. I pretty much like all of it. So.
Well, I guess you're coming down to LA then, because as far as gonna happen here.
Well, yeah, that's easy. I can definitely do that.
Well.
I'll fly across the country. That's fine.
I think Coco and I were trying to plan the Zipper reunion because it's been quite some time since we all last got together. You know, we used to roll 40 people deep.
That would be super.
You know, and now I haven't seen a lot of people in a long time. So
yeah, I think it would be awesome. I think it's like. Every year I kind of have we have our own like Zip reunions in a way. I feel like whenever I'm home, I always try to make time to go see particular groups of folks that I never really get to see except for once or twice a year, you know. But you're right, like for all of us to get together. I think the last time a lot of us was like Heaven's birthday when she got that jumper.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Remember that? That was like
literally so many people were there.
I was like hell of people.
Yeah.
I was not there.
I don't think Cam and Eric were there. Noko. But that was a long time ago though, too. That's probably like what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
That was a really long time ago. It's really hard to find a date that works for everyone too. Like if we were to do that, like one person's not gonna be able to get work off, you know, like it's hard to get everyone to be able to go to one thing.
Yeah, it was much easier back then when nobody had a job and everybody was able to hang out with each other.
I definitely had a job.
Right?
Well, we all had like part-time. I was working at Abercrombie.
Yeah, that's true. What I mean? We were part-time. Yeah.
I was like, I'm taking this weekend off. Bye, guys. I'm gonna
We
hang
just
out
had
with my
more
friends.
time. I feel like. I mean, I'd spend hours making candy or like
Yeah.
I don't know, just doing young people things.
That's
And now
so true.
I'm
We
so
should have
like,
had more time. Now we
like-
have no time.
yeah.
Yeah. think
Or I
we
get
all-
home from work and I'm just so tired that I like don't want to do anything. Like, and before it would be fine. I would like go and like meet up with people for a beer, or like I would. Before that, I would like just go hang out with people, and now I'm like old and want to go to bed at like 10.
Mm.
I feel that. Bedtime is a real thing now.
It really
Mm.
is.
Yeah,
We're
our
getting
body,
older.
our body's not there anymore.
But it's okay. We have fun in new ways now, right? It's like you get to like enjoy every stage of life, and I cherish all of that for what it was.
Yes.
Also, like the new things that I have in my life that I cherish as well are also great. So
Yes.
Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah,
Our
like,
best years are still in front of us. You know?
Yeah, and it's nice to like know, like I finally feel like
Later.
I kind of know what I'm doing. Like
yeah,
I don't know, you just feel like an adult kind of. It's
Yeah.
less stressful in a way. It is
Well,
stressful, but it's less
as
stressful.
fun as those times were, that's a great point. Like it was stressful, super
Mhm.
stressful. Like,
Everything was just so stressful all the time because you're trying to make something work in one way or another. But now it's like we know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
totally.
well,
Not only that, we didn't have any kind of financial backing back then
Ugh.
either.
Yeah.
Right? So like there was such a struggle, like being broke all the time
Yeah.
and trying to make things happen, but never having money. And now
Right.
like actually having even just a little bit of money to be able to like make things happen and make moves with, it's like
Yeah.
it's night and day.
It's
And
so nice.
yeah,
that's what we all are keenly aware of now as we move further into adulthood. You know?
Totally.
yeah,
10
we
people
don't,
in a hotel is no longer a thing.
yeah, we don't have to do that checklist where like, all right, Nocturnals this week or this month, I have to sacrifice eating food on this day and this day.
I know, right?
And
Cup
the-
of noodles.
Not eating
cup
cup
of
of noodles,
noodles.
exactly. Cup of noodles and like fucking Campbell's
Eggs.
soup.
No, dude, that's so expensive. A can of Campbell's soup is like $3.50.
It's like 2 for $5, bro.
All the
Two
cheap
for $5.
shit.
That's $2.50. Where you can buy a bag of rice and some eggs and some hot dogs.
See, I didn't cook.
Eggs and hot dogs and rice. No
God.
vegetables because we
Good
still have
times.
metabolism. Burn all that right away.
God, I just remember going to Raves and like not eating anything for a whole weekend, or like, or not eating anything, but eating like one meal a day and having
Yeah.
somehow the energy to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
rage for hours.
And,
And then
and still drink like Fat Tuesdays and stuff on top of that. I'm like, oh.
now I'm like, oh my God, I have to have a meal. I
Yeah, me
have to eat
too.
like
I've had, like,
water beforehand.
Right? Yeah. And after.
You gotta make
Yes.
sure this meal has fiber in it this time.
Yeah.
Mhm. And some Tums, okay?
Pepto.
Before then, it was like the fucking street rave hot dogs, and then you're just partying afterwards. Like, give me one of those hot dogs.
Oh my God.
It was like hot dogs, Red Bull, and Powerade, and that was how you feel the rest of your rave day.
I feel like I would just go to Earl of Sandwich, like when we were at EDC. Like
Yes.
one meal every day. I mean, we still go there. But
Yeah.
Agreed. It's so
we
good.
just eat more now.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it. I want it right now.
Yeah, there was one year. Was it the Monte Carlo year? When like, I feel like I ate there every day.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. 'Cause
No,
it was really close. It was like right. I think we picked
Well, I
that
think it was at
hotel
Bally's.
because it was close to
It was
Earl of
Bally's.
Sandwich.
It was
It was Bally's.
downstairs.
Oh yeah.
Bally's,
Oh
yeah.
my god, that was awesome.
'Cause
That
I think,
was
yeah, because you go underneath there, right?
They have
We based it off of Earl of Sandwich. Like
they
literally.
have Earl of Sandwich at downtown Disney in Anaheim, literally like 20 minutes from my house. Yeah,
No
so if
way.
you're here to visit, we'll have to go.
Yes.
I don't
please.
know. Just like the fireworks is not the same.
That's
True.
Get out of here, Disney.
I
Fake.
like the mac and cheese.
Fake.
Oh,
Oh. Well, guys, I gotta order dinner.
Yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
hungry. I'm
So
gonna go
hungry.
eat, you guys. But this is fun. This is
So
great.
fun.
Thank you, Eric, for
Yeah.
getting together and having us do a little reminiscing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank
Oh,
you
that's when you
for
post it.
agreeing to do this. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to collect a bunch of pictures to post. Send some pictures to me, whatever you guys like. I'll make sure to show it to you guys before I post it. So, and I'm probably gonna have to bleep out some stuff. But yeah, you know what? Whatever. No, I mean I had a good time. I think next time, I don't know if you guys want to do this again. We could talk about something else.
Another time.
Part 2. because I think this time we just talked about EDC. I think that's the only EDC. We just talked about Insomniac.
EDC was like the big circle, and then there was other adjacent categories that kind of like snuck their way in, but it was the main topic of
Can be other stuff.
Yeah. It was definitely a lot more conversational and flow of thought. I like it. I enjoyed it. It was a good time.
I enjoyed it a lot, but I'm also hungry.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, thank you for this. I love you guys. Next,
love y'all.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn this mouse.